All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Now and Then.
Now and then.
All
Go ahead.
right, guys, we are your hosts. I am Ike on the 808, and
And
I'm
I'm
here.
Willie J.
There we go. So we are here with a point of view of democracy. We could say this is going to be a little. It's not supposed to be funny. It's not supposed to be. But this was funny. This was a
was funny.
hilarious debate that
We're
went
talking
on.
about that debate.
We're talking about the debate between Sleepy Joe Biden and Donald J. Orange Trump.
But before you get into all that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the buttons. I don't know where I'm going to put the buttons, but wherever we put them, don't forget to do that because you are the product.
Like, subscribe, click the bell when you want to be notified.
And share, and don't forget to share. So what we did was everybody else was chiming in about the debate and talking about it, and it's crazy. And so we decided to do the same thing, because that's what people do.
Yeah.
And so we got two videos. One, we got the video of the night of the debate, and then we got another video the next morning when apparently my man, I don't know what they did to him, but anyways,
Joe.
Yeah, when he came back the next day, he was like a lion.
They chanted 4 more years. Surely they all wondered what on earth happened with Joe Biden at that debate. Is he indeed too old and mentally unfit for office?
I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious.
Biden said he knows he's lost a step or two, but then took this shot at Donald Trump.
But I know what I do know. I know how to tell the truth.
And as for himself,
when you get knocked down, you get back up.
He had to say it like that.
Now, folks, I don't know what you did last night, but I spent 90 minutes on the stage debating a guy who has the morals of an alley cat. Did you see Trump last night? My guess he set, I mean it sincerely, a new record for the most lies told in a single debate.
When he used the term, he's got the morals of an alley cat.
The alley cat doesn't really care about anything.
Because alley cats impregnate and just go around, and, they don't have no loyalty.
Anyhow, they don't really care about anything.
Instead of him just coming out saying, man, where your wife at?
He lied about the great economy he created. He lied about the pandemic he botched, killing millions of people. He closed businesses, he closed schools, losing their homes, people all over this country. America was flat on its back. So I told Trump that he was just one of 2 presidents in American history who left office with fewer jobs than he started. Herbert Hoover was the other one. That's why I call him Donald Herbert Hoover Trump.
Where was all this stuff last night?
It's a debate. It's not a free speech.
And that's true. You
have to talk about the points that they have you on.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
Unless you're Donald Trump. So.
Yeah,
you
go
can
ahead.
do however you feel, really, if you're Donald Trump.
Then he lied about how great he was for veterans. But then I told him how he had called a veteran who had given their lives in the country in World War I and refused to go to the grave sites. He called them suckers and losers. He tried to deny it. But let me ask you, are you going to believe a 4-star Marine general, his own former Chief of Staff, John Kelly, who said he said that? Or the disgraced, defeated and lying Donald Trump? My son was one.
He fired that general. Yeah, he did. He kicked him out. I think he kicked him out of service, but he demoted him. You're fired. Because that guy came back and said he said that.
People, not a war, but in the folks, look, how about the fact that 44 how about the fact? That's okay. How about the fact that 40 out of his 44 top advisors, including the vice president, aren't supporting him this time around? The people who know him best, 40 of them said, I will not support the man I work for this time around. It tells you a lot about the person who knows him. Look, he lied about how great he was on crime. I had to remind him that he oversaw a record increase in murder rates in 2020. On my watch, violent crime has hit a 50-year low. There's more to do with a 50-year low.
Well,
Yeah, it was in.
I'm about to say he cut out just like that. Joe was sleepy.
That was another thing that I thought that was interesting because, like he was saying, he should have really just went in with all his statistics too, which he did do some of them. But I think they got a plan, and I'm waiting to see how that plan going to turn
Now,
out.
honestly, they've already started it.
They done started it.
Because that first initial Donald Trump, like not just the trial, but everything they've been messing with him, literally the whole, probably the last, 2 years? It's probably been in preparation for this.
Oh man. Now, as far as his being the run-in with the law, that's been over 7 years.
Oh no, I mean like them
But
just
with
like
this just happening here, that lasts 3 to 5 years maybe.
Okay.
With his whole business thing.
Yeah, with the businesses and $400 million.
See, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't.
$400 million of a business fraud, which means that you've been signing over money that you ain't got to be able to have money that you ain't got. That's
you know,
stealing.
somebody once told me that about Donald. They said, you know, Donald don't have liquidation. He don't have actual liquid access. What he has is all that stuff he got written on paper. And
he got a bunch of IOUs.
Pretty much. I mean, so I don't know what he did and didn't own, but it seemed to me that the only thing he's holding on to is that Mar-a-Lago, because everything else seemed like, you know, was up for grabs.
Yeah.
And if they really wanted to get at him, they could go take all that stuff. They could snatch that stuff from him, put him in jail.
But they're not gonna do it just because it's Donald Trump, you know?
Well, yeah.
Just because of
Well, if he was
who he
Donald Trump
represents.
and was my color complexion, I don't think it would make a difference. I think
Now, hold on
they would
now.
lock him up.
Hold on now. Let's think
You
about
hold
this.
on there now.
Let's think about this though, because if let's just say,
got my foot on the
because
rail.
we've had some, not senators. It was a black guy that was following with Trump. Not too. You was telling me about this dude.
You talking about that's a Republican?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And he was like, and see, so
Tim Scott.
So you got folks
And
that's
Donald.
that's in this same predicament with
Donald.
him that think just like him. That's our same color. You feel me? And somebody is willing to go to jail for that man.
Let me tell you something. What you saying has a lot of truth to it.
That's scary though.
But I want to say this to you. And everybody was like, well, why you didn't do that the night before? You know, so I don't know what the deal is, but we're going to take a peek at them once we get set up.
All right, so we got the first one here on over top of me is going to be the first video we play, guys. Ready?
Border security. President Biden, a record number of migrants have illegally crossed the southern border on your watch. Overwhelming border states and overburdening cities such as New York and Chicago, and in some cases causing real safety and security concerns. Given that, why should voters trust you to solve this crisis?
Because we worked very hard to get a bipartisan agreement that not only changed all of that, but made sure that we are in a situation where you had no circumstance where they could come across the border with the number of border police there are now. We significantly increased the number of asylum officers. By the way, the Border Patrol endorsed my position. In addition to that, we found ourselves in a situation where when he was president, he was separating babies from their mothers, putting them in cages, making sure the families were separated. That's not the right way.
I don't understand. Okay, so he asked him a question, and he's answering a question. But the way in which he's going about answering it is kind of like okay, he's probably done so much on these particular bills that he's talking about that he's trying to give you a kind of step-by-step blow on what he did in order to make it work, so you'll know why he made it. When he said he signed something in, he means he actually worked on it. Whereas his opponent When he said he signed something in, it's somebody else has done the work and bring it to him just to sign it. He has no idea what he's signing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Way to go.
And that's
What I've done
Go ahead.
since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. It's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
Right there, I would have told him, I said, and now he's going to get around to it, because the Republicans reneged on a bill that these guys had put together, and they put it together bipartisan with both groups. And he didn't want it because he said it's going to make Biden look good if he would present it. So he's told his people to squash it and to kill it. That's crazy, ain't it?
That's what he
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country.
Which is a lie.
The border, all he had to do was leave it. All he had to do was leave it. He decided to open up our border, open up our country to people that are from prisons.
People that are from prisons.
That's a lie.
Okay, people that are from most of these people are individuals of are citizens of another country, state. Okay,
And most of them are seeking political asylum,
and
because
you're
of
saying
either drugs or they have some kind of revolution or civil war in their country. So these people are trying to get to a place where there's no war, and so they come into this place. Go ahead, you were talking.
People that are from mental institutions, insane asylums, terrorists. We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now. All terrorists, all over the world, not just in South America, all over the world. They come from the Middle East, everywhere. All over the world, they're pouring in. And this guy just left it open. And he didn't need legislation, because I didn't have legislation. I said, close the border. We had the safest border in history. In that final couple of months of my presidency, we had, according to Border Patrol, who is great, and by the way, who endorsed me for president, but I won't say that, but they endorsed me for president.
I won't say that, but said it twice.
Brandon, just speak to him. But look, we had the safest border in history. Now we have the worst border in history. There's never been anything like it. And people are dying all over the place, including the people that are coming up in
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden?
Stop for a second.
The only terror.
So he just saying, he just exaggerated. He said people just dying all over the place. What place you talking about?
Man, he don't know nothing, man. That look great.
Well, why don't you pause the recording and take care of that?
Terrorist who's done anything across the border is one who came along and killed three, and his administration killed an Al-Qaeda person come in his administration.
Okay, so
Kill
let's see
three
what he talked about.
American
This is the night
soldiers.
of the debate. Okay, stop this one for a second. So we see kind of like how he looked the night of the debate. Then the next evening at 1 p.m., we're gonna show the video what he looked like then. Trauma that is within our group of people. It took years to develop that. From being pushed down and slapped and spit on and kicked and beat and killed, all of those things. It took hundreds of years to do that. Now that people have become aware of these situations, they figure, well, it's just gonna take a few minutes and you guys should just be done. I was telling the guy one time, he was talking about how far he could run. I said, now let me tell you something. If you can run 20 miles, only run 10, because you got to run 10 back. Don't run 20 out. Do like I did. And then you get out there and got to call somebody to come.
Got to call evac.
You got to call somebody, hey, I'm up here by so-and-so, man, come get me. I can't make it home. Well, can you walk? And I mean, I wasn't but blocked away
was
from
walking.
home. I couldn't, and I was just walking.
But you was already walking though.
I had been walking, yeah, but I was trying to really stretch it out that day. I stretched it out all right. So it's the same thing, whatever we was just mentioning. Y'all know how I get. You be talking and your mind just So,
Hey, man, look.
anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
Wait.
And don't forget to share. Y'all act like y'all scared of us.
I say we ain't do nothing
We
to
ain't
y'all
did
yet.
nothing. You act like you're afraid of the old man and the young man. You don't be afraid. Come on
okay.
in. Come on in. We ain't gonna hurt you. Come on over to Jamaica. Yeah, don't be afraid, man. I mean, y'all act like y'all scared.
Hey, man, somebody might be.
All right, well, let's sign off and keep moving.
All right, guys. Hey, look, thank you once again for tuning in for another episode of Now and Then. We have been your host once again. I'm Mike on the 808.
And I'm Willie J.
We got it down. We're going to try to keep it secure, guys.
Just
Look,
like that earth is flowing, but in the wrong direction. I don't think we go that direction. I don't know, but I hope that's right.
I hope so,
Because
too.
we don't want to be giving out.
You just made me think about it.
I don't want to be giving out bad information. But
now
I
you
think
going to make my brain
it
think about it.
spins the other direction. But it don't matter. This is what we do.
Man, that's crazy.
Peace.
Peace, everybody.